Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about something a little different, more touristic, and traveling to Europe, but primarily Switzerland. So hang with me, got some information to give you. Hey everybody, welcome back. And this video here we're going to discuss well, traveling to Europe and Switzerland. Now, I've been living in Europe for actually most of my life now. 3 years in Germany, and now over 27 years here in Switzerland. So there you go. Over 30 years I've been here in Europe. And what we're going to talk about today is, if let's say you're traveling over here on business, that's a little bit different. But if you're traveling over here as a tourist, okay, you want to visit the country, you want to visit Switzerland. Let's use Switzerland for example. You see here behind me, you see some farms up there on top, a little commune up there. This is Switzerland. Now you have some big cities here. You have some really nice places to visit here, beautiful sites, but in mostly nature. But you also have some cities here to visit. And the first thing you want to do before you travel to Europe or before you travel to Switzerland, and that is get all your paperwork ready. Get all that ready. You want to make sure you have a passport, a recent passport. Make sure if you have a license, get your driver license. Now, if you can get an international driver license, that works even better if you decide to rent. But you know what? I don't suggest you drive when you come to Europe. I suggest you take the train, you take public transport, you hoof it. It's not that expensive, and there are some great services here, much better than you ever find in the United States or North America. Europe is really set up for that. So you can fly into Amsterdam even, and then take the train across Europe. But let's say you come in, you land in Geneva. That's what we're gonna start from there. But anyway, make sure you got your paperwork ready. Make sure you have all the necessities you have. Make sure you have the money you need. Okay. Something else. Photocopy all of your paperwork. Photocopy your color photocopy all your identifications backwards and forwards, front and back, and your passport also. Make a couple of copies. And that's what you really want to carry on your person, I would say, in your pack or something like that. Get your little file, put it all together, make sure it's in there, because it's a good thing to have. Also, make sure you have all of the telephone numbers, and you can get all this stuff online. It's very simple, but get you a SIM card for over here. That's a really good thing to do when you get over here. Get yourself a SIM card, one that's has international, if you don't already have a plan in the States, because it can cost you some money. But that way you have unlimited access to the internet, and you can call friends on WhatsApp, or this kind of stuff, or on Facebook or something like that. You don't need to use your telephone. I don't ever call anybody on my telephone. I use WhatsApp or something like that. And if I do, it automatically, if they're in my system, it goes to WhatsApp. So it doesn't cost me anything. It's just internet, and that's included in my plan. Now, communications over here is expensive, along with everything else in Switzerland. So make sure that you have all your paperwork together, and also do some cultural stuff. Look into what areas there are language, because there are 4 languages in Switzerland. You have Swiss German, French, which is Swiss French, the Swiss Romand areas was where I live actually. Then you have the Swiss Italian part, and you have the Romanische part. So you have those 4 languages, but a lot of people do speak English. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. So if you do travel over here, get yourself something that you can do some translation. I have a translation app on my phone that I use, and I suggest you also try to maybe take some courses. If you're planning for next year, take yourself a month-long course, 2-month-long course, practice up on your French or your German or your Italian, and come over here, because most people now. One other thing I will tell you is that the common man in the Swiss French area only speaks French. The common man in the German-speaking part only speaks German. Okay, and in the Italian part that. Now, you educated people, they will have more languages because the schools require it here. You have to take language, but not everybody speaks necessarily. So, and if you travel over to France, you can forget about it. If you don't speak French, half the time they won't even try to communicate with you. They're a bit of a pain in the butt, But the Germans are a little bit better, but the older Germans may not speak it, and the Italians, well, it's very touristic, especially in the northern parts. A lot of people do speak German and speak English. So there you go. But get your paperwork ready, prepare yourself before you come, okay? And make sure you have all of the necessities you need when it comes to your visa, your paperwork, whatever stuff like that you have. Also, be aware that, like I said, things do cost here. They cost a lot here. but right now the prices in America are starting to get up there. Now I just exchanged some dollars for Swiss francs today, and your dollar is very weak in comparison to the Swiss franc. Okay, and so be aware of that. That's something else you got to be aware of. I remember maybe 15 years ago when I traveled to the States or a little farther, it was like one franc 80 was $1, and now. And that was fantastic for the Americans, but it was crap for us, actually. But now the dollar's weaker, so it's really much better for the Swiss or those of us using the Swiss franc. So just be aware of that. You know, when you see prices, they're gonna shock you a little bit, and everything, all the measurements are in liters or in metric systems. So be aware of that. Now, also be aware of when you come over here. There is that ugly American thing, okay? Now, a lot of Americans don't give a fuck. And I understand that, okay? But you know what? You sort of want to pass off as the gray man as much as possible over here, because when you go into the cities, you will see people trying to shoplift, this kind of stuff, especially if you go down into Italy. But here in Switzerland, it's not so bad, but it is there, okay? You pass through train stations, you got to be aware of that. So, first of all, you want to dress accordingly, okay? Don't run around with your big... you know, Harvard sweatshirts on, or whatever university you went to, or this kind of stuff, you know. Try to avoid that, you know. Wear some plain clothes, you know. If you have some t-shirts, you know, you can get something that has like some kind of brand name on it, something like that, you know. But don't dress up too much, but don't dress down too much, and don't be too urban, I would say. You want to try to be a gray man, okay? Also, don't speak too loudly. When you speak, speak to one another in more hushed tones. I know it's not always easy because you're excited about being over here. It's the same thing when people travel over there. So just be aware of that. I have a car coming, so we're going to do a little pause here. As cars go by here, I'm near a road here. I'll turn it off and we'll catch up on the video. But anyway, so, you know, what you want to do, and I think the best way to travel over here is not carry a bunch of suitcases with you, but backpack it, you know. And we're going to go over a list of what I suggest you do carry in your backpack, and what you can get away with. But you want to sort of be able to flow through things, not have a bunch of bags that say that you're a tourist. If you got a backpack on, you can sort of, you know, get through a lot of things, you know, without, you know, it's much easier to pass through things. And if you need something, you can always buy it, okay? You can always go to purchase some stuff if you need some extra socks, extra underwear, and this kind of stuff. You can go and purchase it. Now, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you know what? Something else you can do is you can have the right kind of clothes. You can wash your stuff if you stay in hostels or you stay in a hotel, and you can have a double set. What I say, if you come in here summertime, you know, fly over in the clothes you're going to wear. The reason why I say that is because you need to fly over in some jeans or something that's, you know, something like that is comfortable. Try not to wear these big cargo pants or any military style stuff that sort of throws it off. But you know, try to be, like I said, you can get yourself some 511 pants or something like that. But I tend to I'll wear some jeans when I'm traveling around also. And the reason why is to sort of blend in better. Now I like to wear these little long sleeve shirts that you see in plaid with a t-shirt underneath of it. I can always take it off. And like I said, we'll go over the list of what I suggest you carry with you if you're going to come over for a couple of weeks, you know, to just travel around Switzerland or visit Switzerland, or even, like I said, in the other countries over here. Food over here is pretty much, you can get all the same stuff. Well, not everything, but you can, you know, you have restaurants over here, fast food, just like you have in America or in other countries. You'll be able to find it, but I suggest you try to find out the food that's here. You know, there's lots of really good foods here, actually, especially in Switzerland. You have lots of cheeses and chocolates and this kind of stuff, but and they're quite good, you know. So and when it comes to alcohol, be wary of that, because over here the alcohol volume is much higher than it is in the United States. You won't find Bud Light, you won't find Miller beer, you won't find those kind of things. What you will find are some really good beers that are produced over here, higher alcohol content, but much better flavor, this kind of stuff, and much more natural. Here in Switzerland, they are much more natural, and you don't see so many chemicals and stuff, you know. Hell, even Coca-Cola here is not so chemical in comparison to what you see in the States. And here they use real sugar. They don't use corn sugar, you know, like you do in the States. So the flavor would be a little different also. But just be aware of that, you know. But like I said, when you get back to clothing, you know, if you come in the summertime, you know, get you some lightweight, or wear a nice lightweight shirt, something like that, something that'll pass through anything and everything. and that you can put over your stuff, you know. And then, like I said, we'll go over in the next part of this video, we're going to talk about what you should carry in your packet, kind of stuff. But like I said, when you come over here, have all your stuff on you, have your documents on you, carry them on you if you can. And that goes to another part, and that is when you come over here and you're carrying your wallet and your keys, just kind of like that on you. Try not to, you know, I don't put too much of this kind of stuff in my backpack because someone can, you know, things happen and people walk off with your gear. But if you have your backpack, if you have only a backpack per person, and I'm talking about a 30 liter, nothing bigger than that, then that is enough actually. And you can actually carry more than you actually think in it, and you have some space left over. So if you want to buy some trinkets, this kind of stuff, you can. But yeah, when it comes to your documents, that kind of stuff, don't carry your wallet in your back pocket. And if you do, carry a fake wallet, okay, if you're really in a city and you're worried about that. But I suggest you put your wallet in your front pocket or in a chest pocket or something like that on your jacket, something that you can zip up, or with Velcro, something that's going to make a lot of noise, okay? Another car coming by, so give me just a second. Carry your wallet or your cash or your cards, this kind of stuff. Try to condense that down, especially if you can get these little these specialized wallets. You can put your cards in. Carry that in your front pockets or in a document pocket up on your chest. Just a shirt I have here is a 511. You have a mesh pockets on it, but you also have the ability to carry, and this is my passport that's actually in a waterproof bag. I want to protect it, and I sort of got it in there. So that is a way to protect your document. Also, yeah, put that stuff in a Ziploc bag or a waterproof pouch or something like that, and carry it on you so that it's secure, okay? Carry some cash, some smaller cash in your front pockets. You know, if you're in Switzerland, you want to, you know, here in Switzerland, carry a lot of 20s. 10s and 20s are the best because those are what they consider the small bills here. 50s are fine also, but a lot of places don't accept anything bigger than 100. Now we have a 200 franc bill and a 1,000 franc bill here. And you go to Geneva, you'll see a lot of 1,000 franc bills being pushed around. People carry, especially older people, carry cash. Now, if you have some credit card or this kind of stuff, you know, make sure you put cash on it, okay, and so you can use it and have maybe several of them, little debit type cards, and confirm that they'll be able to work over here, okay. You can always go to a cash machine or pay something here with a card. It's very simple, okay. So and also you can also, if you're dealing with some banks over here, you can look into that through the tourist access, or you could maybe set up an account. Temporary account or temporary cards like that, where you can purchase and you can put cash on it and have cash in these cards like this right here, okay. So we covered communication. You know, carry your phone with you, have a lot of documents on your phone, take pictures of your documents, put them on your phone, okay. That's also another way to do it. Over here you have a lot of even some people have their credit cards on their phone. I don't necessarily suggest that, but it's not a bad idea to take pictures of them just in case. And all your codes, be very aware of that. Don't put your codes together, all that kind of stuff. Don't be too flashy, you know. Don't wear your big Rolex watches or your big shiny watches. You want to wear comfortable clothing, and clothing that you can wear outdoors a bit also, like your shoes. I suggest you get yourself some nice, you know, some kind of almost trail type of a street like sports shoe. I wear Under Armour quite often. It's quite airy. Those are a pair of some wool socks. This kind of stuff are fine. When it comes to underwear and t-shirts, that kind of stuff, get you stuff that you can easily wash, and it dries very quickly also. It's okay to wear a cap, you know, that's fine. You know, you're gonna be who you are. You're not gonna be able to escape that, you know, but you want to try to be as gray as possible. Like I said, no big brands, no big, like you see it quite often in the States, a lot of people wearing these hoodies with big, you know, their sports teams, all this kind of stuff. The young people wear that here, but not people our age. They just don't wear it here. It's a little bit more class here, I say, when it comes to dress code. You know, people, you know, don't run around in the streets with a pair of shorts and a pair of Crocs on your feet. You know, you want to dress appropriately. Matter of fact, bring you some shorts in case you want to go to the pool or go to the lake or do some sports, something like that, or you want to do some hiking and you want to wear some shorts. Bring you a pair of sports shorts you can do that with. That's fine. Along with a t-shirt, that's fine also. Yeah, just avoid, you know, looking too American. And I know it's not easy. Believe me, I know. Like I said, I've been living over for 27 years. People don't people pay attention because I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot tall, but I'm also about 240 pounds. Quite large in my stature. I have a double extra large shirt, you know. So people do tend to pay attention. I have a 36-inch waist, and so I catch a lot of people, you know, it's that size, you know, that's a difference. You know, I'm a bit more muscular, more rugby or more football built, you know. So people tend to pay more attention to that. But at the same time, when I go to the States, I blend in. As a matter of fact, I feel smaller when I'm over there because last time I was there, everybody was in these bigger cars. I was in a rental, and yeah, I look completely different than everybody else does. But yeah, be aware of that. Beards are completely fine. A lot of beards are in now. That's a big thing. A lot of people wear beards. So if you have a beard, wear your beard, you know. But like I said, don't be too flashy. Don't be too standoutish, okay? You want to blend in. You know, dark clothes blend in better. You know, try to avoid those typical American khaki pants with the you know, that just with your loafers. It just, you're not going to want to travel. It's not going to travel very well. The khaki pants get dirty. They can get stained very easy. You want to wear some clothes that you can actually blend in also if you're going to go to a decent restaurant, this kind of stuff. But in general, I suggest you come over here with just a pack on your back and have you know, some comfortable clothing that doesn't look too sporty, you know, like you're always in the gym. And don't speak too loud, don't be too obvious, and avoid a lot of tourist stuff. There's some stuff you're going to want to visit, you want to see. Cars coming by. We're gonna let this one go by and have some noise here. We'll have a look. Give me a second, everybody. Yeah, these are back roads, and the people travel from town to town. Very typical. Just say the same thing where we're from, you know. I'm from Louisiana, but where was I at? I lost where I was at. But you know, anyway, you wanna blend in as much as possible. Get online, check out the culture, check out the local news, the local stuff, what's going on. You know, get yourself an itinerary, but be flexible. You know, here in Switzerland, it's very left and right. You know, it's very square. You know. But you try to be as flexible as possible. You know, relax. Don't stress out if you missed a train. There's going to be another one in 10 to 20 minutes, okay? And your ticket's still good, okay? You come to Switzerland, that's one thing you can do. You can go ahead and go online and order your tickets and pay for them already, and you'll have them on your phone even, you know? Or you can get the hard copy and have it on you, so that when you go into, if you get checked or controlled, have a control on the train, you got it, you know. You can go ahead and reserve guest house or bed and breakfast, this kind of stuff. Just check out the prices first. Also check out, they're here. One thing you have here, you have the ability, some people have, they accept people into their homes to like our the Airbnb. They have that here also. So you can also do the Airbnb thing, which is very nice. You know, you can take a train up to a village, you can hike around the region, you can stay the night in your Airbnb, and the next day you can go on to the next place, okay? The Alps have some really great places for hiking and camping even, but I don't suggest you necessarily do a lot of camping, but do hiking. You know, you have a lot of chalets here, a lot of this kind of stuff like that. So you have all that you can do. Well, another car's coming by. We have some airplanes flying over too. Yeah, we're not very far from a military airfield here in Payerne. And these are F-18s, I believe, flying over. Yeah, well, I don't see them. They're somewhere back there. They're getting ready to land into the airport over there. Sometimes also I get to see some the airborne school, the free fall school from here also, military free fall school. They have it over there. Anyway, they have some great places to stay, the chalets in the mountains, just kind of like that. And like I said, you can get around and go by foot and go by train. And if you're in a town or something like that, just walk around, you know. It's definitely make sure you're in shape before you get over here and you make that trip over. But you know, like I said, if you do that, if you do all the necessaries beforehand, you can get over here and everything will be cool. You travel into other countries, you know, you can easily do that also. I travel to Germany, Budapest quite often, and I have friends that live there. So if you have friends over here, try to hook up with them, you know, this kind of stuff. I remember some years ago I had a matter of fact, I spoke to her last night. She lives in Australia right now, and she and her brother came to Switzerland. Her husband was supposed to come, but he was working in Afghanistan. So she flew over with him, took her brother with her, and they were looking for places to stay. So they stayed 2 weeks with myself and my family, actually. And it was wintertime. It was really nice. And her brother was in scouting and kind of like that. He was an Eagle Scout. And this was that last big trip before he finished school. And now he's serving in the U.S. Navy, you know. But she's in Australia, and I saw her last night. She was in some kind of commercial over there, clothing commercial, something like that, and which was really cool. But anyway, so if you know people, you know, let them know. Say, hey, I'm gonna be in the country this time of year, this time, you know. Maybe you can stay with them, this kind of stuff. But anyway, do all your preparation in advance. Start planning your trip 6 months to a year in advance. Where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do, and if you need to get in a little bit of shape, start doing a lot of walking every day. You know, get there and walk on that treadmill for an hour a day, and get ready, and there you go. So I hope you do decide to come to Switzerland, and I hope you let me know when you do. Maybe we can meet up, have a drink, have a beer, or I don't drink too much beer, but we can have something. And if I'm free a day, I can show you around what I can show you around, okay? There's a lot of things to see here. But anyway, the next part of this video is going to be, I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. This is the first part. The second part, we're going to talk about what I suggest that you carry with you in your 30-liter backpack, okay? So I'll be right back with you in the next video very soon. Again, before you end this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Like my channel. I'd really appreciate you like the video. I hope you do like it. If you find it informative, leave me some comments down below and share with your friends and enemies. And I'll be back with you in part 2 very, very soon on this video about visiting Switzerland, visiting Europe, and how to do it and try to be safe and enjoy your time here. Talk to you later. Bye.